Welcome to Reassembly, everybody. This game is much more than just about shipbuilding and stuff like that. It's about building a fledgling colony that can reproduce itself and grow and expand into the universe and take over other factions. It's pretty cool. Base building, and you also have a, it's kind of like a from the depths element in here as well, where you actually design designs that actually recreate and produce their own designs over time as you take over the solar system. So let's go ahead, jump on in here, and I'll show you guys here. There's a whole bunch of different factions available. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of them here. Let's go to slot 8, and these are all the ones I've unlocked. Usually you start the game with just this faction here, but I went ahead and just explored every faction, and I found my favorite one is these guys right over here, because they can actually reproduce their own resources. They're kind of like a plant species in a certain way, but every faction has its own styling. These guys are very tanky. These guys can also reproduce their own resources through like plants and growing and solar panels. These guys are extremely tanky and just kind of more of like an alien race. These guys love plasma and area blasts. These guys are very simple, but they look cool. And then you have your starting faction. So I'm going to go with the whole plant life, non-violent approach at first, but then we will build warships and war stations as we go along. So here we go. Let me pick out some colors for our new race. And I have created this orangey blue morphing kind of creature here that we're going to start off with, or at least this is our color scheme. So let's go ahead and launch the game. Oh, I like this background. Yeah, blue and orange. I like this. Very nice. Okay, so we got these very very bright colored colony. Oh, this is great. I really like it. So what we're going to do, number one thing to do, this is so pretty, is we're going to go ahead and redesign our initial ship. And you can actually check out, oh darn these intros here. Alright, and you can actually go and check out your fleet right over here. And this is pretty much everything that's default build, but any designs that you build throughout the campaign, the AI will use over its standard stock design. So that's kind of nice, and you can actually get rid of these designs too if you want. You can delete them, and you can just make your own fleet. And then when you design factories or add factories onto ships that you control or that the AI controls, you can tell what ships you want that ship to spawn when it gets the resources from, like, you know, harvesting or from other ships deploying and dropping off resources. It's really cool stuff. But since we don't have a factory attached to the ship, it can't make anything because it's just a basic fighter. So number one thing to do is build a ship that we can go and gain resources with and trade those resources to the station here. And then it'll give us gold. It'll give us some currency back, so we can go ahead and buy some upgrades for ourselves to make our ship a little better, so then we can start doing other things. And now it's time for the fun part. So let's go ahead and dissect this ship and start creating our own ship that we want. And there's also tons of upgrades that we can purchase as well, but we don't have enough C's to go ahead and unlock all these things right now. But I think one of the first things we'll unlock is a seed planter. This is the stuff that's this faction specific. We can go ahead and launch our own seeds that'll cling on to other walls, like this right here. This wall or this strut says that it supports vegetation. So this would be kind of good to build on bases, so bases can grow vegetation along with asteroids and stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty darn amazing. So let's just go back to this. We're going to use all the basic stuff that we're starting with here. And alright, so every ship needs a command module. So this is what we're going to start off with. I do like this little shield here, so let's add that shield onto there. And I think we do need a power source as well, so let's get a generator on here as well. This will increase our energy generation that our weapons are going to go ahead and use up. I'm thinking we'll get like, I guess like an anti-missile launcher here, maybe like 2 of them. And, oh yeah, lots of miniguns. I want tons of miniguns. And also some storage as well, because we need to carry resources back and forth. So we need some resource containers, and yeah, here we go. We can get like a bunch of these guys here. We'll see. We'll see what we come up with. But let me do a little bit of work off camera and see what I can figure out here. Alright, and this is what I got so far. So we have these adapters here that actually have an R capacity, which means it actually carries resources. So we got these 2 things here. So our resource capacity is really up to 300 now, because all this stuff has a little bit of storage in it. Got our shield right here, got some armor on the back. I figure we'll put some engines on the back. So let's get some big thrusters right on back here. Now we got to make sure we stay within our P limit. This is something you can upgrade over time with more cash. But I think 3 engines on the back like that is good for now. Let's add some more hull pieces onto here. Ooh, that looks kind of good. It looks kind of good. If you want to mirror stuff, you can just press M. If you want to make it bigger, you can just like increase the size of stuff and plop it on here. So you got a lot of customization options. Let's put that, I guess let's mirror it, kind of like this. How's it go? Let's rotate it around, we'll figure it out. No. Well, alright, just bear with me, folks, bear with me. And we'll get something going here. Maybe a minigun over here. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Ooh, that looks really cool. Something like that. And then I do want to maybe get some missiles on here too. We'll see about the missiles later. But alright, I'm going to keep on plucking away here. We do want some side thrusters too for making turns. Oh, that actually fits on really good because when you're making turns, you need like lateral whatever thrusters to spin you around. Because there's no like fins in space or anything like that. So you need thrusters to turn. So we get these back here. And maybe even some more, something like that, because we want to be maneuverable as well. And oh yeah, getting some armor on here. Let's expand this up a little more. Get it like that, and then pluck it on like that. See, the armor, at least for this race, is a lot more health than these like standard blocks. But it's weird. Like every faction has their own types of building blocks. Some are extremely tanky, even with their regular hulls. Some have super duper armor. Some have specialized in shields. I believe this faction specializes in shields a little more than the others. So I think we're gonna have to rely on that. Spin this around. Of course, this isn't like the prettiest thing right now, but these blocks have the most armor, so I'm gonna go ahead and use these. Even though we have a shield, it's pretty weak. What's it like? 300 health? That's actually not bad. That's not bad. But anyway, I'm gonna continue moving. Oops, that part. I don't want that. Can we make this smaller and fit it in here? Not really. Well, that's okay. So we'll just, let's see. I guess we'll add more pieces. We need to defend our shield area at least. And there we have it. Okay, so I went ahead, put some more armor plates on the front like this, some more guns, and we have these thrusters in the front so we can go ahead and stop if we need to stop. So like these will be for forward motion, these will be for turning. The same with these will help assist with turning, these little thrusters right here. And then these will be for stopping. So if we get like, too far ahead of ourselves, we can just be like stop. A little shield, and alright, I think this is good to go. We are just under our limit for P's. And let's name this guy, I guess, he's going to be our first starting little ship. So let's name him the little boss. There you go. Yeah, little boss. Alright, he's ready to go. Let's get rid of these other parts here that we never even used. It's like, see you later. Bada boom. And here's the center of mass as well. It seems to be pretty much centered. Everything is good, balanced. So it seems. Let's go ahead and save it. So now, alright, so there we go. So we are actually making ourselves right here. There we go. We're coming apart. Morphing into something new, something better, and alright, so there we go. It's just kind of creating up, and everything here is a little bit of regeneration, so if parts blow off, it's no big deal. Let's see, how fast are we? We're not too fast. We're pretty slow, actually. Oh, we're really slow, but at least we can maneuver, though. We can maneuver pretty decently, and I think we can go backwards faster than we can go forwards, actually. So I might have to rearrange this a little bit. But at least we have our initial design here, and if you want to save it, just press 3 and then hold Alt and drag this to down here, and the little boss is now saved. We can reuse this as many times as we want, wherever the heck we want to build it up at. And one last thing, I'm going to set all our guns onto auto fire, so whenever we're in range of something and we target something, the guns will start shooting on their own, so I don't have to click to turn them on. They'll just start shooting, and then we'll just be aiming and they'll be shooting, so that's good. There's one less thing to think about during combat, because there's actually a lot that actually goes on. So alright, so we're good to go now. All set to go. Just make sure we got the latest design here, so when the AI builds ships, hopefully it will choose this design. And alright, so now let's try to find some resources now that we have a 300 or so capacity. So resources are these little purple. Oh, that guy nabbed it from me. Darn it. Oh, and he blew up. Well, he's not an enemy, but alright. So resources usually grow off of plants. And you can see our base right here is actually shooting out these little pods. And these little pods attached to whatever terrains are out here. And you can see things are growing. Although everyone seems to be really busy right now. Kind of like taking our resources. But yeah, so the idea is initially you want to gather some resources, which come in the form of these purple little things. Gosh, there's too many people here. Let's go further out this way and see if we can find any of these things. Not really. Looks like we have a ship here that's growing stuff all over itself. Pretty funny. Oh, okay. Here's like a little purple node right here. So we got these guys right here. Get close enough, we go ahead and take them all. That was a nice little find right there. And we trade these resources into the mothership for cash. At least that's how it starts out, and also assists in the mothership of building its own little ships. So if you press tab, you go into command mode, right? Instead of pilot mode, and you go over the ship, press 3, and you can see, darn these tutorials, and then you press 3, and you can see what the ship is building. Okay, so it's choosing automatically to build little bosses. So as soon as it gets enough resources, boom, it pops out these guys like nobody's business. So there we go, we get close enough, drop off our resources, and then you'll see our little bosses popping up here and there. Look at that, it's like magic. Now we're starting to really get some resources around here. Let's drop off all these 300 here, got tons of cash, 368, almost time to do some upgrades around here. But look at all this. I mean, like, look at all this purple stuff growing everywhere, man. This is like the life. No enemies so far. But look at this. Alright, so we're seeing a bunch of ourselves. Our ship is really slow, actually. I might put some more engines on it later on future designs. So let's go to the upgrade panel now and see what we could do around here. What do we want? We could increase our ship size here, or we can invest in something else. Let's actually get a seed planter. And also increase our ship size. So there we go. And let's do like a quick little... actually, you know what? Let's get into a fight. Let me show you guys a little bit of fighting around here. And I can't help it but to always change our design, so I added more I guess, holes here to carry resources, so our resource capacity is 502. So this is a really good ship, I guess, for these motherships to go ahead and make and produce, because these can go ahead and gather resources on their own, and then drop off a ton of stuff so we can keep building our colony super fast while deploying seeds with our motherships. And alright, enough of this talking. Let's try to capture a station that's in enemy territory. Let's go over here. And, because this is like the world map right here, wormholes, there's like, oh my gosh, there's actually really tough bosses. There's a really tough boss right next to us, which is going to be a problem. So we actually should, I guess, grow away from him. So let's actually go to the back, this back station here. Now these stations, they're not ones that I have built. They're just kind of existing stations just to help you get started. So we're going to go here, gosh. And there also is damage for collision, so we don't want to smash into a lot of things. But yeah, so we're going to this station now. Hopefully there's no big enemies. No, there's no great enemies here. So we'll go here, take this over. It looks like a hugely resource-rich zone since there's so many plants. Alright, so there's going to be tons of purple stuff growing everywhere. Oh, there's a guy right here. Oh my goodness, we just blew him up. Alright, let's keep attacking. Wow, our ship's really strong. Holy smokes. We blew those guys up really fast. Almost didn't even see what happened there. Yeah, alright, so there are enemies in the way here. I've added missiles to our ship as well. Let's go ahead, get into range and shoot at this fellow here. Oh yeah, our miniguns are just making short work of him? I don't know, we're not really too maneuverable. Shooting through the plants, this guy is really tough. He's a bomber of some sort, at least by what I saw there. Looks like he's left the building. Alright, cool, so looks like our ship design is successful. And we got this base up and running, and as you can see, it is gathering resources. It has little generators here and there, but one day we're going to be deploying, I guess, stations of our own. Although this is good though, so you have like these little resource generators here. So if we go to command mode and we see like what kind of resources he's generating, you'll see over time he's generating a lot of resources. See, 581, a lot of resources on his own. Just because he has these solar panels here that are helping him do that. That's like one of the benefits of this faction. So alright, let's continue to grow and stuff like that. Yeah, let's go. And we've got ourselves a big battle here. Let's go ahead and target this guy at lock target and get into range to shoot this guy. Oh my goodness, we're so not maneuverable. Come on, here we go. Alright, let's just try to slow down, get into range. And alright, there we go. Keep ourselves turned. Oh, we got totally blown up. Yeah, there's no chance against this guy. We need to get like more maneuverable. Darn, that's really a problem. And we need to capture that base down there, because I'm going for this base right here to try to increase our sphere of influence. This color here designates that this is our faction control, because we have actual physical ships flying around in here. So we want to make sure that we, you know, keep growing and expanding our ships so we can kind of start taking over this place and calling it home. So, oh, look at this, there's solar generators on, oh, look at that, that is so cool, look at all that stuff. Alright, so we're going to move down, try to take over this base. Oh, look at these little guys. Look at these little flyers, where do they come from? That is so cute, there's like 3 blocks on them. But they're going somewhere, they're on a mission. Oh, here's an enemy right here. Who is this guy? He's like the same color pattern as we do. And he's got the same guns as we do, what the heck? And we're getting blown apart, oh my goodness. Alright, so we gotta escape. Wow. Darn it. Okay, so we need to really make a faster ship. This is oh boy. Yeah, we can't really maneuver to bear our guns very well. We've got ourselves a war going on here. I went ahead and recruited some people that I could. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy. Alright, we got one down. Here we go. The fighting here is fierce. And this guy's going around. Oh gosh, we're getting shot by that battery or whatever that is. Let's try to capture this base here. This just random floating base. Looks like we're going to go ahead and get it. We got it, thank goodness. And now we're getting shot by huge plasma blasts from some huge monster over here. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's see. Wow, we're just like completely under attack here. Yeah, this is a tough place. And there's just a massive assault here that's going on. Hopefully, once we get some shields going here, I can hide behind a shield and just like this. There we go. There we go. Just start shooting at this guy with the defense of the base. And hopefully, there we go. There we go. He's getting pushed back. All right, so maybe we can oh my goodness. This little shield here saved us of the station. All right, now let's grab this resource here that guy dropped. Drop it in the station. It's about time to go ahead and upgrade our chassis as well. Let's actually shoot at this thing right here. Whatever the heck this monster's doing. I don't like it. It looks like it's a teleporter pad or something, so let's just kind of unload on it with everything that we've got. And, oh my gosh, he's so tough. But I know these little generators explode once you get in there. Oh my gosh, we're really giving it to him. Is it dead yet? Is it dead? It's right there. There's the, it's almost dead. Wow, this makes our guns look like they're pretty silly. What the heck? Can we not destroy this? Alright, let's just destroy some more of it, I guess. And I do think we've overextended ourselves. We're deep into enemy territory trying to build up bases here. And I don't know, we just need more fighters, we need more support. Look at this crazy guy. Alright, well actually we are giving him some shots. Although our bases are getting blown up out here. Here's a guy right here. Oh gosh, but we're kind of out of the bubble of safety. Yeah, okay, so it's time to head back to home. And start planting some seeds. Oh gosh, we actually respawned right back here. Let's see if we can kind of hide behind this shield here. And just like let some shots rip. Okay, well we're taking out a lot of them. And I guess we're getting their resources. This is kind of working maybe. Although this is not really the way you're supposed to be played. Like really you need to hire on a huge fleet. And then kind of do things. Like not really do things on your own. But I think we're doing good for having such a small ship. Here we go. Take this right here. Give it back to station here. And let's go into command mode, make sure this station is building what we want it to be building, which is more of these guys. So we'll just go ahead, drop that there, continue building those, and alright, as soon as it's done repairing and building itself. So what else do we have on the map? We're doing a pretty good job going around this circle. There's just like another spot here. And I think once we finish this this little route around this... Oh, here we go. Here's a nice fertile zone with a lot of purple resource growing, so that's good. That's good, but eventually we'll get seed makers on like all these ships here. I think then we'll be set. So let's head down here ever so carefully. Ever so carefully. Looks like there's a war going on here. This looks like an agent. What is that? Oh darn it. I gotta... Oh gosh, there's guys everywhere around here. Let's just slip in here. Oh my gosh, what is that thing? That's definitely an agent. Alright, well we took this over, but it totally destroyed. It's probably gonna destroy the station yet in just a short amount of time. There we are. It popped us out on the bottom. Oh, can we? No, there's nothing we could do about this. Yeah, totally overextended. Alright, it's time to go back home. Yeah, and it feels good to be back home. Here we go. All the green's growing. Got back to our original base. So, yeah, we are taking over this map slowly but surely. It's not bad. So now that we have our tier 1 ship made up here, the little boss, he's a pretty decent little resource gatherer. I think the next tier we're going to make is some kind of frigate or some kind of battleship or destroyer, something like that kind of class where it can go ahead and withstand more hits. But these guys make good little gatherers. Look at them go, just gathering up all this resources, going back to base, dropping it off. It's not bad. What is this guy right here? I don't know. Sometimes they throw in a big old rando, but so it looks like he's a huge cannon mounted ship. But alright, so yeah, building these guys away. Okay, so next episode we're gonna build a much bigger ship so we can endure fights and push our lines forward. So alright, till then, I'll see you guys next time.